Hundreds of Venezuelans flocked to the registration centers, seizing the opportunity to register during the amnesty period. Many of them lined the street hours before the scheduled opening of the entrance of the Santos Stand at the Queen's Park Oval. The process was described as easy, without problems, but long. As the acting Minister of National Security admitted, there is no perfect situation. Wason has more.
Venezuelans made sure to take the opportunity to register during the amnesty period. Some of them even spent the night. They cited issues that the online registration forms were unavailable up to last evening.
We put the online system in place so that we could reduce the time they would need to spend before the registration officers. So if they don't have them, it just means it will take a little more time and they will have to wait a little longer. That's why we put it up.
Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith said he believes the registration will benefit the country in terms of fighting crime.
This can assist in reducing many criminal activities in this country that may have taken place because these persons were not registered, such as human trafficking, sexual exploitation, prostitution, illegal immigration, and illegal immigration has proven to be a conduit that also allows illegal weapons and drugs entering the country.
Anjanette said the registration process was perfect, but very slow. She added there could be lessons to be learned from the process.
They have doubts about us. They're still asking one question after another because they still have doubts about us. They don't trust us. Everything is perfect, but they don't trust us. I recommend to all Venezuelans who are coming to register to please try to have all your documents at hand so that you would not go through a long process.
At the end of the process, the Venezuelan nationals are being issued a receipt, as the registration card will be available in 2 weeks' time. Wason, TTT News.
Christopher Watkins, a Venezuelan who also holds Trinidad and Tobago citizenship, says over 2 million Venezuelans have fled the country. He says he hardly has family left in the country, as almost all of them have joined the millions to leave.
My cousins, every single one of my cousins have fled the country, except for let's say 5 or 6 that don't have access to a passport. To get a passport in the country is basically impossible. I myself have my passport expired since 3 years ago and I can't get it renewed.
He adds, many Venezuelans are coming with academic qualifications that this country can take advantage of. He says sports too can benefit, as Venezuelans are known for producing a high number of baseball MVPs.
Take advantage of that. It's free professionals the country is getting. I mean, once they're able to work legally, they're paying taxes, they're going to be paying NIS, it's a win-win for everybody.
Karen Cozier-Phillip tells us how the day ended at the Queen's Park Oval when the process ended at 5 p.m.
The gate to the Santos stands here at the Queen's Park Oval are now closed, as the registration process for Venezuelan migrants has come to an end on this first day. But we're told that the gates were closed even before the 5 p.m. closing time, as they had reached a quota of numbers in the Queen's Park Oval, which is said to be over 300. Now, on the pavement across from the Queen's Park Oval, there's still a bunch of these Venezuelans here. We're told that they're waiting on their transportation, but we're also told that some of them were given numbers because they could not be accommodated on this first day and that they will have to come back tomorrow.
Lo que hicieron fue dar un numerito para mañana, para que viniera mañana otra vez al mismo proceso.
Right. They give them a number in order for them to come tomorrow to continue the process.
Soy médico venezolano, soy profesional.
He's a specialized doctor, and apparently when he was working in Venezuela, he had 3 jobs, and none is gained in order to give him the profit that he needs to sustain himself.
There was a concern raised by some of them that they would have to give up their UNHCR refugee ID cards once they do get the government permits once this process is finished. And they understand that they cannot have both cards, but they were told that within the next 3 weeks, then they would have to give up those UNHCR cards. So reporting from the Queen's Park Oval, I'm Karen Cozier-Phillip for TTT News.